It doesn't target buildings. It doesn't destroy cities. It targets you specifically, personally, one human being at a time. And it has been doing this quietly, invisibly, methodically, from long than anyone wants to admit. What I am about to tell you is the story of something that has no name, no classification, no entry in any scientific database on Earth. And it is already here. And March 3rd, Columbus, Ohio, a man named Elijah Carter, 41 years old, high school football coach, went out to his driveway at 6 a.m. to get the newspaper, and his wife watched him through the kitchen window. She had coffee in her hand. She had about to call out to him, and she blinked just once. A normal, everyday half-second human blink. And when her eyes opened, the driveway was empty. Arijit was gone, the newspaper still there, and the ground halfway unrolled. His coffee mug, the one he was carried outside, was shattered on the concrete. But there was no sound, no scream, no tire tracks, no footprints, just empty air, where a person used to be. And now, here's what makes this different from every missing person's case you have ever heard. Elijah Carter was the 214th person to disappear in America in exactly this way. Same pattern. Someone there. Blink, someone gone. In the states, each one with the last 90 days, and law enforcement has a name of this pattern now. Officially in the sealed documents, they call it a blink events. Stay with me because this gets so much worse. I want you to talk about the government is not telling you, because there is a pattern here so clear, so specific, and it can be coincidence. And anyone who tells you otherwise, it either lying or hasn't done the math. Every single blink event happened between 5:45 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. 30-minute window every single time. Every single time. Every victim was alone with when they disappeared. Not isolated, just momentarily alone. A split second when no human eyes were directly on them. They think about it. Think about now how precise that is. This thing, whatever it is, it waits, it watches, it counts seconds until you have unwatched, and then it takes you. Sarah Hallow, 26 years old, kindergarten teacher from Memphis, Tennessee, disappeared January 19. Her roommate was in the next room 6 feet away. Sarah stepped into the hallway to grab her jacket. The roommate heard her laugh at something on her phone. Heard her say, "Oh my God," like she would saying something funny. Then silence. The roommate found Sarah's jacket on the floor, phone face down, still unlocked. And on the screen, the last thing Sarah ever opened, a photo that had appeared in her camera roll with no timestamp, no location date, no sender, a photo of Sarah herself taken from above while she slept the night before, and here's where it stops being terrifying and that starts being something else entirely, something worse, because the disappearance was changing from the first 180 cases, just gone, clean, white. But starting 3 weeks ago, some of them come back. Not all of them, not most of them, but some. And the ones who come back, they are not the same. A man in Phoenix come back after 6 days. His family were overjoyed. They threw their arms around him. He hugged them back. He answered every question correctly. He knew every memory. He every inside joke, every detail of their lives. And but his wife told police one thing that she couldn't explain. She said, "When I hugged him, I couldn't feel his heartbeat." You know, his heart was not beating. The wife was not recognizing his heartbeat. And suddenly she said, "When I hugged him, I couldn't feel his heartbeat." She passed her ear to his chest. Silence. He smiled at her and said, "I'm fine, honey. I never felt better. You know, okay, right now I need you to hear this. 3 days ago, a researcher I have been in contact with someone with access to federal data of the blink events, sent me a final message, just 3 lines. Line 1, the pattern isn't random, it's a sequence. Line 2, it's not hunting us, it's replacing us. And line 3, don't be alone between 5:45 to 6:15 a.m. And then nothing, no more messages. I have called 12 times, I have emailed as of this morning. They have listed a missing person case number 271. Do not close this video because you need to know what's being replaced and why. And why I am about to reveal. This is the part one I debated even putting in the video, but you need to know. A behavioral analyst working with the FBI's unnamed task force on the Blink events noticed something in the data 3 weeks ago. She mapped every returned victim, every person who came back, and cross-referenced their profession. And the pattern stopped her cold. And the ones being returned, the replacements are not random citizens, they are nurses in major hospitals, police dispatchers, school principals, local news producers, and city council members, people in positions of quiet daily trust, people whose jobs it is to be believed, and people you call when someone goes wrong. And whatever it takes, humans and sending back replacement is building something. It is placing its pieces inside the structure of American society, and it has been doing this quietly, invisibly, from longer than 90 days. 90 days is just when we started noticing. We don't know from where it was started. Here, what the analyst said that I can't get out of my head. She said the replacements are perfect, emotionally, behaviorally, and conjugatively perfect. There is no test, no blood test, no brain scan, no psychological evaluation that can identify them. Then she paused and she said, the only person who sometimes notices is someone who loves the original very deeply, because love detects something science cannot measure. Think about the people closest to you. Think about someone in your life who recently came back from something different, a hospital stay, a work trip, a period that you didn't see them for a while. Think about whether they felt significantly different and whether something behind their eyes seems slow, just a little bit off. Because here's the thing, if they are a replacement, they don't know you at notice, and they are very very patient. And why they are patient, and I want to tell you about Thomas Briggs, 67 years old, retired firefighter, Grand Rapids, Michigan. His daughter Army and Emmy disappeared February 8th. She come back 6 days later. Thomas was at the door when she walks up the driveway. He said she looked perfectly. She looked perfectly, smiled exactly like Amy, talked exactly like Amy. But Thomas, 67-year-old, retired firefighter, man who would walk in the burning buildings for 30 years. Thomas took one looking at his daughter and sat down on the porch steps. And he said, "You are not my Amy." And she titled her head. She said, "Dad, what are you talking about? It's me." And Thomas said, "My Amy smelled like her mama's perfume every year after her mama passed. She always did." She said it made her feel safe. He looked at the thing wearing his daughter's face and he said, "You don't smell like anything." Thomas Briggs disappeared 4 days later and alone in his kitchen. His case number 289. There is a replacement living in his house now. It's attendant his granddaughter's soccer game every weekend, and it cheers at all the right moment, and it is watching. It is always watching. So I have to ask you, and I genuinely want you to answer in the comments below. Has anyone in your life ever come back from something and feel different? Not crazy different, just slightly. Think about it carefully before you answer, because 271 people thought everything was fine too. Drop your story below and check on the people you love tonight before 5:45 a.m. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video and comment your opinion sincerely. Thank you. Thank you.